What's up, everybody? This is Emmanuel live again here at the HBCU Festival, and I got a special guest. Without organizations like this, without partnerships and sponsorships like this, things like this are virtually impossible. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. So without further ado, I'll allow this wonderful young lady to introduce herself. And
Thank you. My name is Paige Carlson-Heim. I'm the head of social impact for TD Bank, based right here in Philadelphia.
Awesome. So social impact at TD Bank. Why don't you break it down in layman terms for people that have no idea what social impact means?
Sure, absolutely. I have an amazing team of folks who run all of TD Bank's philanthropy, support for community organizations, and our engagement programs to make sure that our colleagues are out there volunteering at events like this and with other organizations in the city and in all the places where TD works.
Awesome. For TD Bank, what made y'all lean into something like this?
I'm really glad you asked. You know, at TD Bank, we know that in order for TD Bank to thrive, our communities where we have the privilege of serving customers must also thrive. So for us, this is an amazing opportunity to partner with the Mann to open this beautiful campus up to the community for free, for young people and their families to come out and really get a sense of what the HBCU experience is all about.
Since you've been here, I know you've been ripping and running, but what's one thing that stood out to you about this experience here today?
I am really enjoying the performances, and I was down there a little while ago watching a performance, and the group said this was an everybody must participate performance, and they got half the audience up on the stage to dance with them, and I love that.
Nothing keeps people together like a good old line dance. I could dig that. That's what's up. So let me ask you a couple questions. Did you go to college?
I did.
Okay, and where did you go?
I went to Georgetown University in Washington, D.C.
All right, and where did you major in?
I majored in foreign languages, studying mostly German and French.
Okay. For the student out there that's watching this and thinking about college and things of that nature, how does someone go from what you majored in, what you majored in college, to being at the forefront of what you're doing now with social impact?
You know, it's a journey, right? I think that it's a lot to ask young people at 18 years old to know what they want to do with the rest of their lives. So for me, it was about studying something that interested me, and I just trusted that I would find my path, and I did. I started out as a Peace Corps volunteer and went from that to working for many years in international development, and then came back home, and I've been doing community development here in the United States for more than 30 years.
Wow. If you think about, reflect back on your education journey, what kind of classes should students be thinking about taking, or what kind of things should they get involved with now if they're trying to do this level of work in their future?
You know, I think two things. I think a general education is the most important thing. The best thing for me about the college experience is that it opens up your thinking. And if you're open to that and you take classes that just pique your curiosity, you're going to grow and you're going to figure out who you are and what your place is in the world. And beyond that, I would say I encourage everybody to really get involved in their community. Find something to do in the community that interests you, and make connections that way, get to know people. That's what it's all about.
Awesome. For anybody watching out there, in terms of other organizations, nonprofits out there in education, how can they get connected with TD Bank?
There's a lot of ways you can get connected. Website, you can certainly start there. We have, you know, our early talent team is here in the career fair today. You can talk to them. You can walk into your local TD Bank because honestly, our people are the best people ever. And just talk to them and they'll get you connected.
That's perfect. All right, we're going to go into the quick fire questions. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, time to breathe, Okay, all right. What college did you go to?
Georgetown University.
Okay, and what was your major?
German.
German, okay. I was going to say something in German, but I ain't going to play myself. What was your favorite college memory?
Really, honestly, it was experiences, study groups, and times with your TA and your professors that sometimes open up their homes to have groups of students in to just talk. It's about making those connections.
Awesome, and if you could say one thing to your high school self, what would that be?
You know, I think it's important to be curious. To be curious and to not be afraid to ask questions of people, because that's how you're going to grow and learn.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Absolutely.
folks like you, organizations like you, corporations like you coming through and making these things possible. Your work is unprecedented. I just want to applaud you for what y'all doing. Thank you so much.